Hey, what's good, man? It's your man, Dr. BOA. Today, I want to talk to you about a topic, man, that I get a lot from my consultation clients and also, man, from my guys on Patreon, man. It's a very specific round of questions, but they all pertain to one particular topic. And that topic is why you want a woman to come back, even though being with her caused you to almost ruin your life. Now, I know there are a lot of men who deal with this. There are some men who are trying to recover from this particular phenomenon now as we speak. And so this video is for you men in particular, but also for you young men who have yet to enter into a situation where you put the wrong woman in the wrong position in your life and found yourself being caught up on that woman. We're going to dive into some of those reasons that you might find yourself caught up. Let's take a deep dive on this one. But first, let's elevate to a higher plane. Prepare for takeoff. Now, the main thing I want to talk to you guys about is this. There is a reason that you want a woman to come back, even though she served no positive purpose in your life, even though she's giving you nothing that would remotely lead you to believe that she's the one that you need to have in your life. But for some strange reason, even though she's been removed from your life, something in you wants her back. Now, the first thing we're going to discuss is this. You're a member of the Lonely Hearts Club, meaning you can't stand to be alone. To you, alone equates to being lonely. And there are several reasons for this, and we're going to dive into those first. You don't love yourself enough to embrace yourself as the best company and companionship you could ever have. Let's talk about what makes a good companion or good company. Someone you have things in common with. You have everything in common with yourself. Someone who agrees more than it disagrees with you. You agree with yourself all the time, even when it's detrimental, as in this scenario, being with the wrong woman. Another great characteristic of a good companion or, good friend or good compadre or good company is that it's someone who listens without always passing judgment. Who's going to do that better than you? So the problem is that you don't love yourself enough to embrace yourself as the best company and companionship you could ever have. Now, why is that? There's got to be an underlying reason behind that, Dr. BOA, right? Well, there is. The first is this. You don't know yourself well enough to love yourself. Anytime you don't love yourself, it's because you don't know yourself, especially if you're a good guy. If you're a good dude, man, and you're thoughtful and considerate, man, and you look out for people and, you do things out of the kindness of your heart, not because, you want something in return from someone. Nothing you do ever has an ulterior motive. There are still some guys like that left in the world. And contrary to what this world might tell you, there's nothing wrong with being that type of guy. You just have to make sure that you surround yourself with the type of people who share in those similar characteristics. Those are the only people who can appreciate them. So the first thing you have to do is get to know yourself. I mean, not the stuff, not the career, not the money, not the physique, not the clothes, not the cars, not the crib, none of those things. Those things aren't you. Somebody can come along and take all those things away from you right now. You can wake up tomorrow, all of those things are gone. There's a movie called Fun with Dick and Jane. You guys should watch that. This couple, they're doing well, and then suddenly they're living in the hole that their house used to sit in. So I want you guys to think about that. Take everything away from yourself and find the things about yourself that are absolutely lovable, the things that you love about yourself. Start presenting those things to the world because those things represent the positive energy of you, not the supposed positive energy of stuff. The second reason is this, and we're going to take a deep dive into this one. A lot of times you're a mama's boy. Most of the men who fit into the quote unquote nice guy persona, the ones who are always taken advantage of by women and other people around them, you grew up as a mama's boy. Now, here's the thing. Being a mama's boy isn't in itself a bad thing necessarily, but it becomes a bad thing when it interferes with your ability to have the patience necessary to see if a woman's initial show of affection and affinity for you is a temporary act or a true indication of her response to your energy. Every woman is going to be good in the beginning. She's going to be amazing in the beginning. But you find out soon enough that that act can't stay on Denzel Washington, one of the greatest American actors of all time, can only act for a movie that's about 3 hours long, and he's only done one of those. After a while, she's going to show her true colors. And if she doesn't change, then these are her true colors. But more times than not, if you're a mama's boy, you end up falling in love with the woman before you give her the 90-day probationary period that shows you if she is who she says she is. Nobody can keep up an act longer than 90 days. That's why on a job, they give you a 90-day probationary period, because they know that the truth of who you are, the type of worker you're going to be, the type of employee you're going to be as far as your punctuality, your attention to detail, and everything else that they desire in an employee, they can find out if you have that within a 90-day probationary period. Another thing about being a mama's boy, you long to treat your woman like you treat your mama. Why is that? Now, you treat your mama well. Anything she calls you for, she can get it. There is no expense you won't spare on your mama, which there is no problem with that. But you don't understand that you treat your mama like your woman. Any woman who can call you and get anything she wants should be your woman. It's your daddy's job to give your mama everything she wants. You're treating your mama like your woman, and so that's why it's easy for you to make the transition into treating your woman like your mama, because you only know one way to treat a woman. So there's this weird line that you're blurring between your mama and your woman, and you want to treat both of them the same. So you treat your mama like your woman, and then when you meet a woman, you automatically start treating her like your mama, which in essence means that you view yourself as a tool of servitude to the women in your life. Another thing, your dad being around in this scenario simply compounds the issue. Now, this is going to get a little deep. I want y'all to listen to me on this one. When your dad is around while you're treating your mama like your woman, then you subconsciously accept sharing the responsibility of pleasing a woman with another man. Now, I want y'all to think about this. Now, I'm not saying that you and your mama have anything going on or anything weird like that. What I am telling you is this. When you agree to share the responsibility of pleasing and caring for and providing for a woman with another man, it opens the door for you to be, accepting of the intimate interactions with other men that any woman you meet has, while still affording her the luxury of, the luxuries associated with being the special woman in your life. Now, she's not special in any other man's life, but she's special in your life. And you can't seem to break through in your mind and understand that she doesn't deserve that, because in your mind, there's only one way to treat a woman. And it's the way that a mama's boy treats his mama. I know that's weird, man, but it's actual. It's actual and factual, man. These are the facts of life. I'm not making these things up. I'm not telling you guys anything that I sat down and concocted. I'm telling you the reason that you can't stop desiring to have the woman who dogged you out and treated you terribly come back. There are many women in the world who would appreciate you, but you would rather have the woman back who doesn't. Why? Because you think that you can love her and gift her and treat her into becoming someone else. But she won't, ever. You're fighting an uphill battle and you're losing. But rather than bow out gracefully, you'd rather keep trying to win. Now, another thing is this. Her sexuality is so intensely draining, succubus draining, that before you know it, she's drained so much of your masculine energy that you need her around in order to even feel complete. You don't feel like yourself when she's not around because she has half of you. She is the embodiment of you. So when you look at her, you don't see the love she has for you. You see the love you have for her that she has embodied and embraced and engulfed, and you see it in her eyes. But you think it's love for you because looking back at you is your love for her. So you look into her eyes and see your love. In essence, you can only love yourself through loving a woman. That's how little you love your true self. That's how dissatisfied you are with who you've become, with what you represent. And I want you men to understand it doesn't have to be this way. You don't have to live this life. You don't have to accept this way of being when it comes to women. You don't have to continue to desire to have the woman back who has treated you terribly, because the energy she has that you gave her, she'll never give it back anyway. No matter how much, if she comes back, she's going to drain more of your energy. It's never gonna be fixed, because in her mind, it doesn't need to be fixed. In your mind, it needs to be fixed. And yeah, that's something that needs to be fixed, but it's not her. And lastly, you think you love her, but actually, you just love the essence of yourself she embodies. See, her energy vampirism has drained so much of you from you that she is more like you than you are. And it's causing you all type of internal emotional turmoil, because you can't understand why someone you think you love so much will be so cruel and inconsiderate to you. She doesn't use your love to make you feel like the man you deserve to feel. She uses your love to make her feel like the woman she wants to feel. See, let me tell you something about the party girl thought, that type of girl. She's empty inside. And all of the other men who deal with her know she's empty inside, because they're empty inside as well. So they treat her like she's supposed to be treated, but she needs your energy in order to still feel important, in order to still feel like she has value outside of her monkey. I'm telling you, man, you must come to grips with who you are as a man. Dig internally. Cut women off for a while. Take a break from women. If this is your mind state, if you're a mama's boy, you're not prepared to be with women. You have to become a man, the man of your dreams, and not the boy of your mama's dreams. Because the difference between your mama and a woman out here is your mama gave you birth. So there's a spiritual connection with her. These scallywags you meet out here, their only connection with you is to sift your energy and take whatever gifts, trinkets, and rewards you'll give them as you reward her bad behavior. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out. It's the book of Alpha running, man, homie. Read it,